And welcome, race fans, here to another episode here at CRN with 191 Motorsport. So we're going to be here at Michigan International Speedway, one of my favorite tracks, along with my co-host Carl Handwerk. That is, we'll be stepping in here momentarily. But right now they are tackling on qualifying here at this 2-mile track. It's 106 degrees outside. Make that, the track is 106 degrees and it's 70 degrees outside. So not too bad here. It is definitely one of those tracks where they got to keep track of their fuel mileage and their tires here tonight. So we'll see how they can exercise that. Hopefully this thing goes green and clean the whole way from start to finish. But we know that Michigan always produces some of the best racing on the service, between the multiple lines, the pit strategies that can be executed, and everything else. So. But anyways, we're going to get back down to it here. Qualifying is just about over. We've got about a minute and 10 seconds remaining. Got, looks like 15 drivers out of the 18 here qualified at the moment. So go ahead and I'll show you kind of where everybody's kind of tentatively standing, you know, with the, just in case Matthew Jordan gets out there and puts down a burner along with Dale Garner Jr. Daniel Pinkston, our steward here tonight as normal, so just want to make sure that we give him a shout out because that's an unthankful job, and we're trying to make sure everybody's appreciated around here. Again, I'm Jimmy Covert, and I will be joined here shortly by my co-host Carl Handwerk. So anyways, we got 30 seconds remaining, and just give a shout out to all the viewers out there right now. Jenny Casey out there along with Barry, Twisted Gaming as well. So again, shout out to everybody out there that continues to support not only 191 Motorsports but CRN. Please be a pal out there and hit that thumbs up for me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bell notifications, that way you just instantly get told when CRN goes live. Lots of racing here all week from Sunday to Thursday for the most part. Got 191 on Mondays, or excuse me, Sundays. Hold Your Brakes Academy on Monday nights, and then Tuesday we have the Core Xfinity Series along with, and then on Wednesday we have CSRL, and then that's followed shortly after by Pit Road Speed Limit Racing Series. That's a double header there for me and Carl. And then Thursday night we have the Core GT Series along with VVR. So, and then we're pretty much done for the week from there. But right now we are done here with qualifying, and it looks like they are getting ready to take the track up. So let's get this stuff off the page for y'all and give you a showdown, or a show, a rundown of the qualifying order. So qualifying order here for tonight, it's going to be Matthew Radford on top in the number 97 with Douglas Ivey in the number 85 and P number 2. Tony Brennan will pull in there with P number 3. Michael Casey comes in 4th. TJ Ivey in 5th. Paul Helms, Richard Hartman, Foster Yates, Travis Noble, Justin Spengler for your top 10. Billy Rickett, Wade Enyart, Scott Henderson, Bradley Worley, Zane Bierman, Daniel Pinkston, and Matthew Jordan and Dale Garner Jr. for your 18 cars. But Daniel might not go out there because he is the steward. So the last 3 did not get a time in. So it could not be. It could be maybe a mistake on the track trying to push it to the limits here, because that's what you do. You try to get the best time possible. I just kind of wanted to also give a shout out. Things might sound maybe a little bit different. I refreshed everything. I actually wiped my computer like a crazy person and deleted everything and had to reboot everything. So if I sound a little off, please let me know out in the chat. I will continue to make slight adjustments. Cars are too loud, let me know. If they're not loud enough, let me know. I will also adjust that as well. Getting ready here as the pace car comes out. Matthew Radford, the number 97, really wanting to get out there tonight. Comes out there waiting, wants the pace car to wait for him. down the backstretch here. Let me get all the fun stuff up so you guys, viewers at home, can see where everybody's at. Put up the ticker and the track map up here, and I guess you can want to see who I'm looking at. I'll put the fancy cars down there. A lot of nice new paints out here tonight. A few people running the same ones. Douglas Ivy obviously out there making paints continuously with Ivy Designs. On that number 985 up front on that front row here tonight on the outside. Michael Casey in the 6 has a looks like a nice new paint scheme there for 191. Paul Helms in the standard Paul Helms design there, and that number 64. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to go green. We're in the Geico zone, and we're green. We're starting off our 100 lap feature race here tonight at Michigan. Douglas Ivy leads him down, excuse me, Matthew Radford leads him down into the corner. Matthew Radford with a little bit of, or excuse me, Douglas Ivy had a little bit of start on the outside. But Matthew Radford down that inside gains position here. It's not quite clear. And they keep it off the walls. They come out at number 2. They're heading down the backstretch here now as they enter number 3. Right now, Douglas Ivy has a slight lead over the number 97. 2x2 up front here. We'll move the cameras just a little bit. 97 skirts on by, goes up high, but the 62 looking low. 97's comes down. Oh, 85, a little block there by the 62. Tony Brennan. Tony Brennan's car number is 62 on the track, 65 in the tower, in case anybody sees his number go by. Throw some hands down Mike's pants. 3 wide down the backstretch, down into turn number 3. Tony Brennan taking the lead, comes up and gets the pass here by the 97, but 97 with a crossover down to the inside. 3 wide down the front stretch. 85 with a nice run on that outside, that high side working nicely here early. As the 85 able to get by, 97 able to use that crossover, but only moves into second. But big battle here up front, 3 wide again, down and through turn number 1 and 2 as they exit the back down to the backstretch, giving each other room, plenty of it at Michigan. Nice battle up front. My only suggestion with these drivers running this hard this early is be careful with them tires, boys. And we'll go look back towards back of the field because there's always racing everywhere throughout here at 191 Motorsports. So we'll go back here with number 79 and look forward here as he watches a few of the Billy Rickett and Justin Spangler battle side by side. Again, everybody looking at different lines here tonight. So many different lines at Michigan. It is one of the reasons that me and Carl love it so much. Anything can happen. Big ones, small ones, self spins, everybody bobbling all over the place here. Number 28 falling back. That's Justin Spangler. We'll hop on top of his car here for a moment and look forward. 3 wide ahead of turn number 3. Number 55 of Zayden Bierman. I think that's a number change for that car. So I believe it was the number 5. Great start so far. We're on lap number 5 of 100. Douglas Ivy back out front over Tony Brennan and Michael Casey now getting in the mix here, getting by Matthew Radford. But not for long as this 97 continues to battle down on that low side. Paul Helms moving up 1 spot. Now moving back a spot as the battle continues. 15 to TJ Ivy. Having a run down here lately of a lot of wins, so working his way back up forward as well. We'll jump back with the number 88 of Bradley Worley in that Budweiser machine. Little wiggle back there around just behind in the number 7 of Billy Rickett. Up on that high side there, but keeping it calm, cool, collective. Right there in front of Richard Hartman and the number 52. I believe Travis Noble might be on the newer side. I don't think I remember that name We broadcast so many people, and a new guy, just one new guy shows up. Sometimes they blend in. And right now, currently, Travis down 3 spots back there in P number 12. So maybe just feeling the league out and just kind of working his way. We'll hop on there with Wade. Wade having some issues here early. Falls back just a little bit, the number 21. And move back up with the 79 of Foster Yates. That monster machine. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at what's going on up here. 3 wide. You want to talk about racing, folks. I mean, 2, 3 wide is no problem at all around here at Michigan. And it's not even like a super speedway where they got like the draft matters, but it doesn't. Somebody can actually drive away here without the draft. So a lot of bobbling around going on up here right there, starting with the number 62, or it's actually the 65 and 7. Billy Rickett making his way through up, and Bradley Worley as well, up 7 spots currently. Give a shout out to the drivers out here tonight, putting on a great show so far. We're about 9 laps in. Oh, accident's going on here with TJ Ivy. He goes around spinning sideways. I see parts flying everywhere. So our first caution comes at lap number 9. Pretty big ones. A few are involved. Douglas Ivy, TJ Ivy, Zane Bierman, and Foster Yates. Oh, a little bump there by TJ. So we'll go back here and see exactly what happened. Just a small bump there by the 85. It's like must have like shot off the wall there. Yeah, trying to collect themselves off the wall there. That's the 85 of Douglas Ivy. Maybe some family dispute going on. 85 comes by, gives the 15 a little tap there right in front of the 7. 7 hits the 85, continues to spin those 2 around. Everybody kind of goes by. These 2 here are kind of all by themselves. Everybody's still trying to make their way by. We'll keep focusing here, see what happens further on. Zane Bierman nowhere to go, trying to avoid them. Hits the 85, clips the 15, and gets into the 79 as well. But that'll be it, as those 4 drivers will make their way down the pits to get repairs here at lap number 10. Michael Casey is your current leader with Matthew Radford, Tony Brennan, Billy Rickett, and Bradley Worley for your top 5. Again, we are got a good one here tonight at Michigan. We are on our first caution here as the pace car is now out. And we'll go ahead and pull up the tower here, see who decided to pit. We'll go with pit lap. We'll see who pit. Looks like Yates with a meatball, Bierman, Ivy, and TJ Ivy in as well. So only the cars involved. Got worried by a little birdie that, you know, about 40 laps for fuel. So yeah, some caution laps in there. You might be looking at possibly making it just a 1-stopper. So I'm surprised more drivers did not come down. Yeah, 6 has always been a hot commodity there. Barry, also give a shout out to Raspberry Twisted Tea. Let's go number 6. Yep, confirmed from Twisted Gaming that Travis Noble is a new addition to 191. And it could be thanks to everybody out there for liking, subscribing, putting that thumbs up. Never know who's out there watching. only a few. I think, matter of fact, I need to check the schedule here for 191. I know they're. Let's see, I need to. I should also check the points for everybody, kind of let you know where everybody stands overall. First off, let's go to. Go up to the schedule, and we have one more race. So this is race number 11. Last race of the series will be be at Kentucky. So we have one more week here with 191 for Sunday nights until they come out with their new season. And if they want CRN on board, me and Carl will leave that spot open there until they say yes or no. And let's see, go to points. There we go, point standings. Latest point standings is Michael Casey on top over TJ Ivy by, looks like 33 points. Paul Helms in third, Matthew Jordan in fourth, Zane Bierman for your top 5 in points. But we're back under green here. Michael Casey now leading the way here. We'll see how these drivers do back in the back of the pack. Go ahead, hide this tower. Bring it out a little bit so you can see where everybody's out. Heading down the back stretch. Matthew Radford gets back out front. Number 97 looking fast here tonight. Started on the pole. Able to get back out front as well.
Is one thing I'm not going to miss, Jimmy. I'm not going to miss a race in Michigan.
I have no idea.
Late here, sneaking in the booth here, listening to you be a big boy doing adult math and stuff like that. Figuring out the point standings. So proud of you for that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing considering I'm starting from scratch. New everything, new stream, new hard drive, new overlays, new everything. It's just been a big old mess the past week. I don't know what I was thinking on Friday night.
Well, I mean, you got it done is a thing, and I know it sucks. And whenever you have to wipe anything, whether it's for me, I kind of did I don't want to say the easy way out, but I mean, I had to get everything kind of shifted over to another hard drive, and I did the whole essentially copy and paste with everything that I had on the smaller hard drive to make sure that I didn't lose anything. That you went the other way, you basically wiped everything clean, and then just had to refigure out what you wanted, what you needed, which is the better way, because then you can
8 years of garbage.
Yeah, exactly. And then by the time you're done, you realize I didn't need this new hard drive after all.
No, not really. But hey, an extra 2 terabytes never hurts anybody.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I had a nice little day. Got the family out to the beach for one final little mini vacation before school starts up in a couple weeks here, and got the typical you find out obviously. Great drive there, no traffic. Great drive back, no traffic. Obviously, when we were there, the kids loved every minute of it. But then you get home and you start realizing, how much of a pain it was when you realize that your wife didn't exactly put the spray tan on too good on your back, and 90% back is nice and roasted, and then you think that maybe you got a jellyfish sting between your legs and realize now that's just the fat guy chafing that you got to deal with. And yeah, so other than that, it was good stuff.
I mean, anytime you go to the beach, I don't go to the beach because I just don't like sand. Period.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I'll be picking
gets
for the next week.
Gets in your car, it's there forever, it never goes away. I'm not a huge beach fan, and I live like minutes from the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America, whatever you want to call it. It's a body of water with salt in it.
I tell you what, the one thing the beach does remind me of, because of the sand everywhere, is going to the dirt track races, because I mean, you come back from a dirt track race and the next day or two, it doesn't matter how many times you clean your ears, you're still getting more dirt out every time. And same thing, you blow your nose for the next day or two and there's a little bit of dirt here and there, but that's all part of the process. That's all part of loving every minute of it there at the dirt track. But we're here at Michigan. We're not at a dirt track here. We're at the big 2-mile D-shape oval, and it's great every time we come here. And I mean, I'm barely in here and I'm already seeing 3 wide with room to spare. I mean, it's not even close to people touching me. See right here on the backstretch. I mean, just plenty of room in between everybody here in the corners. Getting a little spicy there. Didn't need to be spicy, but it doesn't mean you can't get up and close in person with everybody out there.
I mean, some drivers are out here being spicy. I mean, it's just the way it is. Michigan brings out the, like, oh, I got this run and I'm going to take advantage. And you can get down there and really make up a spot or two, get the pass in. But we're now on lap 19, Carl, so we're about halfway through their fuel stint here. Only a few drivers came in during the first caution, had a little bit of a debacle back there as the Ivies kind of got into each other. And took each other out. They were on the wall, but then Zane kind of had nowhere to go, ended up tagging and ended up collecting him as well. So, but we're back racing again. We're on lap 19. It's been about 10 laps now since the caution. Still looking 3 wide all over the place. Just beautiful.
Yeah, it's why we enjoy here and Auto Club just as much as well. It's just, it hardly ever disappoints. I mean, how many times we come to Michigan or Auto Club and it's being a caution fest? Maybe you can count on a half a hand, not even a full hand. It just hardly ever ends up being a wreck fest and any kind of crazy, unless it's, unless it really has to do with the vehicle, the setup, or, just a crazy track temperature or something like that makes it really tough to handle. And maybe you'll see a lot of individual spins bringing out the cautions, but rarely ever do we see driver on driver crime, if you want to put it that way. I mean, you can easily go 2 wide anywhere you want to. You can go 3 wide pretty much anywhere you want to as well. Pit road, not too terrible getting in. I mean, it's a wide enough entry. You can come from the top of the track to the bottom as long as there's nobody down there to come into the pits and not really have any kind of issues. Getting out of pit lane, obviously you want to try and get anything and everything on that access road. Well, not even the access road, but on the apron on the inside, and that's where it can get a little hairy because I believe Michigan is a little notorious for being kind of touchy. If you get anywhere close to the yellow lines coming out of pit road, you really want to make sure you're away from that as much as you want to try and really dig and really make up as much ground on everybody. But you gotta avoid it. You can give up 1/10 of a second to not lose 40 seconds and a pit stop penalty.
Yeah, I would rather take my time coming in. It comes up fast. I was well, it's been quite a while since I've really ran ovals and ran like an official race here at Michigan. I did get out there and get some laps in just to kind of reminisce a little bit because I do miss this track. I do miss these cars, and it was a lot of fun. I was doing some pretty good laps, I think. Let's see. Yep, I was well in range here where everybody's running. So I definitely do miss this track and these cars. But when I came to pits, I was coming in a little hot. We'll just put it that way. On lap number 23 now, Matthew Radford still out front in that number 97, looking to lead this thing from the beginning to the end. So got most laps led so far. Douglas Ivey has made his way back up to the front as well, and that number 85. But Michael Casey looking to kind of get by. So Douglas Ivey, one of the cars that came in after because it was involved, so probably had to use a fast repair and get back out there, but able to get the 85 in, has a few more laps of fuel. So you can see he was in on lap number 9. And these drivers here, obviously, they can go to about lap 40-ish or so, 39, 40. I think maybe if you stretch it out, you might be able to get 42 fuel saving. So we'll see how much somebody's actually just kind of sitting back a little bit. The way you see these drivers running around each other, I don't think anybody's saving at all, Carl.
No, but this is one of those tracks where because it's so wide open and it's almost like a super speedway, tire wear usually isn't that big of a problem. And if you're fast, you know how to get around here. Maybe you know how to save tires a little bit. You can kind of for lack of better words, you can dominate here a little bit. But let's hold that thought. We'll talk about that here in a second. We got a caution here. Looks like this is going to be our comp caution here for the race here on lap number 25. So a good time to get everybody down into pit lane, get them some service here, and I'm sure use one of those sets of tires here tonight. The drivers having 5 sets of tires they can use like every week. But as I was mentioning, yeah, it's a situation where the front right, maybe wears a little bit, but more often than not, it's not a situation where, by the end of your fuel run, you're really in dire need of tires. You really can't wait for that fuel to kind of burn off to get those tires here. You're okay. And it's a track where two-tire pit stops can happen a lot, especially late in the race. And if you're looking to get some track position, looking to stretch out a green flag run, a two-tire stop or even sometimes a no-tire stop can really pay some dividends.
Yeah, I mean, and it does happen there, but at least the caution or the comp caution coming out here early, lap number 26. It's going to allow everybody just kind of bunch back up just a little bit. So anybody that kind of was in and had a little bit of advantage is now going to lose that. And then maybe that's what the drivers already knew ahead of time there, that the comp caution was going to come out early. This still allows the drivers to kind of, go out there. They still need to make a pit stop. They're still going to, so there's at least one more pit stop involved. And there's some strategy that's going to be involved too, as well as tires. So, is somebody going to be able to run 40 laps on a set of tires and then just take two and get a big enough lead to just have that two-tire stop? Or are we gonna, see somebody just obviously just take all 4 tires? But all the drivers gonna come down here. You're gonna see the board light up there. Pit lane, pit lane, pit lane, pit lane, pit lane for everybody. Radford, Casey, Ivy, Worley, Rickett, Brendan, Helms, Spengler, Garner, Hartman, Ivy, Enyart, Noble, Henderson, Bierman, and you should see Yates come in as well, as he is still working his way around the track in the number 79 on the backstretch. So that is your 16 drivers that are on the track here tonight. Where is Scruffy at?
Yeah, I seen Matthew Jordan was scheduled to run here tonight. He's in the session. Not sure what happened to the 23. He was actually going to be our pre-race and in-race reporter as well. So shame we don't have the chance to talk to the 23. So maybe we'll make sure we get him in next week, as we're going to be talking to the points championship contenders. For next week, we'll try and see if we can get Scruffy up there for Kentucky for the season finale next week. Either way, it's a good start here to the race for the drivers, as I got this comp caution here early, and you see that obviously we got Daniel Pinkston. Give him a shout out here for the race control, and I think he's aptly been renamed in the Discord.
Been renamed?
Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
His nickname now is just Daddy. And listen, at the end of the day, Daddy says there's a caution.
Scruff had a power outage.
Right? Oh, that's.
That's like having a blown motor. Does he live near your car? Anyways, we're on lap number 27 here, and it looks like Matthew Rapper has come out of the pits in the lead here over Michael Casey, Billy Rickett, Douglas Ivy, and Bradley Worley for your top 5. Biggest mover of the race so far right now is the number 31 of Dale Garner Jr. So doing a fantastic job moving forward through the field so far.
So it looks like since we got in here too late, we do have one special guest that wants to wish you a good broadcast, and figure, well, why not? We'll bring him in here since we don't get an in-race reporter. We'll give my son here a second to wish you a good broadcast and wish all the drivers out there good luck.
Sure.
Everybody, have a good racing and have a good broadcast.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go. Our third member in the booth here tonight. 3-man booth here tonight.
He's going to take your job one of these days, Carl.
Listen, to work at some point. You got to start making me some money here.
He spends it, right? He spends it good enough.
Exactly. I thought he was going to be spending more money on me. He had a baseball tryout last weekend, and he told me that all the coaches said anybody that leaves any equipment here, they're going to sell it. But what did he do? He's the only kid that left his glove there. Now, I don't know if he left it there or a lot of times he forgets to zip up his bat bag. So I don't know if it fell out that way or what. But apparently we got it back today. But from what I heard, it was the talk of the week between the coaches. So not sure if that's a good omen for him making the team or not. So we'll find out hopefully in the next week. And if he does make the team, I told him I'm going to have to spray paint it a different color so they don't know it was his. Right. But I digress. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. Matthew Radford at the front, Michael Casey, Billy Rickett, Douglas Ivy, and Bradley Worley for your top 5. Brennan Garner, Spengler, Enyart, and Paul Helms for the top 10. Green flag back out here. We are racing at Michigan.
Back where they go, heading down into turn number 1. Matthew Rafter with an outstanding jump start there. Getting out front here at Michigan. Gets any lane of choice with nobody in the way. He is able to get out in the front there. You see Douglas Ivey up on that high side getting pinched a little bit. I think that was, who was that? Was that Helms? I think that was Helms.
Looked like it might have been, yeah. No, it wasn't. No, Helms is towards the back. Actually, Helms is slipping back, so it might have been. But everybody keeps it straight, pointing in the right direction, and we keep going. It looks like the 70th Travis Noble having some issues.
Yeah, Travis Noble in here.
A little bit rough there.
Yeah, he's new to this series here, so just obviously welcome Travis Noble to 191 Motorsports here Sunday night. Follow him back, but you know, got in the wall just a little bit, but it was able to hold on to it and keep this thing green, Carl.
Yeah, and it's just another example right there. I mean, you know, gets into all that. He was towards the back a little bit, so not too many cars had to work around him. But again, somebody has a little mistake. There's so much room for drivers to get around there. I mean, you see right there, you could look back from the front to the back of the pack, and you'll see 15 different lines through the corner. Yeah, there's essentially a bottom, a middle, and a top lane. But there's about 16 different variations that you can take those corners and hash everything out. TJ Ivey, back-to-back wins here coming into tonight. Finally see him now with that 15 up into the top 10. Spent most of the first run there towards the back here, a little bit just outside the top 10, but looking to try and go 4 for the last 4 as he won at Rockingham at the end of July. He won at Bristol and then at Indianapolis to start off the month of August, and really trying to kind of close out the season strong. And you never know if he can still catch up to Mike Casey. He's got the most wins in the series now with 3, breaking that tie with Michael Casey. But as Jimmy mentioned, Casey's still up 33 points in the standings coming into tonight. And you know, Casey being in 3rd right now with TJ Ivey now working his way through the field up to 8th. We'll see if he's got anything towards the end of this race. Plenty of time yet, not even halfway through. So it's been a typical good one here at Michigan.
Yeah, just trying to check sound levels, make sure things aren't too loud there on the broadcast. I haven't had nobody's saying anything yet about the volume levels. So let me know if anything is too loud or not loud enough, and I will make those adjustments. That's one kind of thing I did a small test stream, private test stream with a Derek Sherman this weekend as he was attempting to run the 2.5 hour at Road America in the LMP2 and ended up getting collected by a GT3 car, and that's something typical that happens in a multi-car race. But so that was that lasted about 35 minutes or so, and I think I have everything sounding all right. Twisted Game said audio sounds great. That's awesome. Listen,
if we need to turn something up, turn something down, if you want us to turn ourselves off and just do the whole rest of the race, we'd love to hear it. And we can do that too. If we, we're just bleeding out your ears too much. But yeah, as Twisted Gaming instead, do want to give a shout out to Scruffy Jordan there on being the 191 safe driver drawing winner over there in the ARCA series that just wrapped up on Thursday. So yeah, it's kind of it's weird how we get to certain points in the year and it seems like a lot of season or series start to come to an end. Obviously here in the 191 Motorsports, their season coming to an end next week. We got CSRL, they're coming to an end with only a couple races left. Core GT series already in the second half of their season. It's a lot of series that we got are starting to kind of wind down a little bit. Even the one that we picked up on Wednesday nights, the Pit Road Speed Limit Academy, their Pit Road Speed Limit Racing, they're kind of in the back half of their season as well. So I guess I don't know if everybody's gonna shut it down for the fall and or winter. I guess we'll see what happens. But we're as Jimmy said, we're hoping and waiting to get back on board for all the series here. Is we love being busy. We love getting out here just about every night of the week and putting on some great racing.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm I have nothing. But obviously we get
race. That's not good for anybody. That's what it is.
Yeah, then you start seeing me on the track. Like, who's this number 14 character just flop around? Because I'm just letting you know right now, when my Thursday's open, I'm coming for you.
Yes, all you bronze drivers out there, hey, certainly certainly worry with Jimmy back out there.
I mean, I'm at least
Good
a silver driver. I tell you what, Carl, with all these, with me wiping everything and then re-hooking everything up, the force feedback feels different. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. It feels more detailed. I don't know what's going on. I just thought all just like I said, I had to reload everything, and I was stuck on. I couldn't download the newest drivers for my Sim Magic, and it wasn't a big deal because I don't drive a whole lot, but it was not wasn't taking the update for some reason. But since I wiped everything, now all the new stuff's in. It feels a little bit different, and it feels good. And the only thing I'm missing now is my lap timer. I'm gonna have to pay this guy like another $5 to like support him so I can get the updated software. Oh, it's a crash!
Big incident here coming out of the corner, and maybe still not done here on the front stretch. As I think it got a little bit too tight there. It was, I think, 3 wide. And I'm not sure if the 62 there, the 62 on the car, 65 on the timing tower, Tony Brennan, if he came up the track, if it was TJ Ivy that hooked him, but we'll take a look back here and see what happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, to see what happened, I think. Play.
So maybe TJ getting a bit of a run off the corner. Thought there was a gap in the middle, but I don't know if it got loose there or what, but that thing shot down the track pretty quickly. And unfortunately, ends up hooking the 62 into the wall. The 15 gets some heavy contact. Looks like Zane Bierman into the 15, gets down into the 28 of Spengler as well, as they both get shot up the track and into the wall. And the 52 catching a little piece there, a little stray on the front stretch. Going to bring us under another caution here. And I mean, it's been...
Zane can't catch a break. That's the two cautions, and Zane's been involved like with nowhere to go for both of them, and both times hitting TJ Ivy. So TJ Ivy being involved with both. I don't know what kind of if he has enough to kind of come down and get that vehicle fixed here. Got major damage. Doesn't look like he can steer it.
This is not the look of a driver that's looking to go for the last 4. Looks like he can maybe steer it enough to get it down into pit lane. Maybe we have to steer it up to the wall and bounce it off the wall to shoot it down there. Hold on. So use the momentum here on the track. You got to use that momentum. Now here's the interesting thing. I mean, you have to take a look at where the that's not where you want to go.
Oh, he's gonna have to.
And he's gonna have to tow. I was gonna say, in a situation like that where you're towards the back, you almost kind of have to take a look at where the pace car is, because it's of course you want to come in there, you want to get your service done right away and get your 4 tires, get your fuel, get your fast repair, and get back out there. But if it's a situation where if the pace car there was already middle way through the backstretch, you may not have time to take the tires right away. So you may have to already consider that, and that you're going to make a 2-stop kind of yellow flag here, and just take the fast repair the first time, and then uncheck everything. Don't take tires, don't take fuel, just take the fast repair, get back out there, and then come back in the next lap and get your the rest of your service done. It's one of the things that the drivers involved in wrecks like that need to pay attention to.
Yeah, it's. You don't think about it. I mean, you have to think about it, but it's one of those things you don't think you would need to. But it's a decision. Obviously you get in there, and if you don't beat the pace car out, you can go a lap down. So, and there's a certain point as the pace car is coming down where you'll get the basically the stop sign. You got to stop, so then let everybody go by for safety reasons. And if you exit, then you exit pit road unsafely, and you either get an end of a line or you have to come back in. So. And serve another black flag. But we're on lap 40 of 100, so we have 60 laps remaining here. A little over probably about 40 minutes or so of green flag racing. Douglas Ivy out front over Paul Helms, currently sitting there in P number 2, along with Bradley Worley, Michael Casey, Matthew Radford still hanging around there in the top 5. Dale Gar Jr. up to 6th spot, up 11 spots, and then you got Richard Hartman, Tony Brennan, Justin Spengler, Scott Henderson, Wade Enyart, Travis Noble, Billy Rickett, Foster Yates. And it does look like Zane Bierman in the pits along with TJ Ivy. So maybe out of fast repairs here for those two drivers, and gonna have to get their repairs done the hard way. But lights are off on the
TJ already
pace car.
got the fast repair done. He's still waiting, I think, for the tow, because I seen his car is nice and clean here again. It's just waiting for the car to finally tow back into.
Excuse me there, folks. We are back. A little power flicker here. As you can see, I'm loading back Iracing. Still back in the booth, but looks like we haven't missed much action too much here, as I think everything's going on here. Make sure everything is good to go. What's that? Oh yeah, I gotta get Carl's back in here so we can listen to Carl. I think, give me a test there, Carl. Make sure you're up.
Check.
Yep, you're good to go.
Yeah, so we got Michael Casey in the lead right now. Dale Garner Jr., Matthew Radford, Bradley Worley, Justin Spengler for your top 5, Tony Brennan, Travis Noble, Douglas Ivey, Paul Helms, and Wade Enyart for your top 10. Taking a look at the standings right now, looks like the top 14 are on the lead lap. TJ Ivey having to tow there. He got back out there. He is out in front of the field by a little bit here. Already 1 lap down, so he's hustling, trying to stay just 1 lap down, as they're 3 wide for the lead. As down on the bottom, Matthew Radford trying to take it back, but looks like Michael Casey has enough to stay in the lead, but still side by side for second with Radford and Garner. And now looks like Radford going to try and go 2 for 1 here through 1 and 2, and going to get it done. Slides up in front of Casey, but Casey with the crossover down the backstretch, going to take that lead back. We'll see if Radford can stay to the outside here and try and drag race him through 3 and 4 and officially get that lead. Meanwhile, Justin Spengler sneaking up here from the back now, up into 4th position on the inside, battling for 3rd.
Yeah, it's just doing a good job here. We're now on lap number 47 of 100, and I'll say I'm sorry for being a little quiet there. Just make sure everything's set back up. But Matthew Radford, yes, is back out front there with Michael Casey. Radford's got speed here tonight. The 97 has been quick. He's been able to kind of work that ally machine here a few times. Fall back just a little bit and then get right back out front. Another one pushing their way to the front here and constantly here is Justin Spengler in a number 28. He's up 11 spots, Carl, sitting currently in P number 4.
Yeah, it's one of those situations here where again, it is like a super speedway here. So qualifying track position not in a paramount. If you're a good enough driver and you can make the right moves at the right time, you can move your way through the field. As he made his way all the way up, battling for 3rd. Now he's starting to fall back here a little bit as he's slipping back behind the 88 and the 62 right now. I believe it was the 62 there went by. Maybe not. Oh yeah, it was a 62. It's just he's labeled as a 65 in here, so just give me a little confused there. But Spengler now to the high side, trying to get it back. But meanwhile, out front, it seems like Matthew Radford maybe has a bit of a chip on his shoulder and really wants to get back into the right groove here. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen the 97 up there and really, in a dominating fashion here. Has yet to win a race this season, which is kind of shocking. He's had speed at tracks. We've seen him up there with that 97 with a chance at a few races this season, but 0 wins on the season, which is kind of surprising. It's just not having the good finishes that he'd like to have him in. Average start 7th, average finish 7th, so he's consistent in that way, but we've seen him do a lot better than 7th out there this season, and looking like he's trying to rectify this with only 2 races left.
Yeah, kind of a group of people up there right now trying to fight for a great finish here. I mean, obviously Matthew Radford trying to get in there, but Justin Spengler up there 12 spots, Michael Casey trying to hang on, Tony Brennan and Bradley Worley, obviously up there in number 88, just kind of had his fair share of just wrong spot, the wrong time with the 88. Dale Garner Jr. up there in the 3rd, so a lot of drivers, tend to there's something about drivers, like you're kind of in these categories where some drivers like short tracks, some like super speedways, and then there's others that like the 1.5 mile, 2 mile kind of middle ground and excel there. So right now, these might be some of the drivers that just really like that 2-mile track. I mean, you can see why. I mean, the racing is just awesome. That's why we continue to love broadcasting the 2-mile tracks. You know, and there's not many of them. There's only there's only 2. So, but it does put on some of the greatest racing here on iRacing, and it doesn't matter what league, what car, it just tends to be awesome. So, but right now, big battle up here up front still between the 88 and the 65 or 62 there on the screen for P number 4. But there's still a battle going back here with Douglas Ivy. Douglas Ivy down a few spots, but he found himself out in the lead early. Got it entangled with TJ Ivy and then fell back, but then drove back through the field and now back mid-pack again. So kind of a teeter-totter moments there for the 85 as he bangs off the wall there a little bit right there in front of Scott Henderson. As Hartman looks down to the inside to take that spot away from Henderson for P number 13.
That's the halfway point now here at Michigan for this 100 lapper, as Bradford looking to be the dominant car out here tonight, and I guess try to make sure that he's got a heck of a good chance of winning this thing, as he's been leading for quite some time here tonight. But it's a tough track to really stretch out and break away from anybody, because the draft is so useful here. It's not to the point where it really helps you out that much to make a pass. You still need to get a good run off the corner and hope that the driver in front of you didn't get a good run to actually make the pass. But it's enough to keep you in tow with everybody that you're chasing, and everybody that's chasing you as well. So tough to really break away and have somebody that stretches out to a 2, 3, 4 second lead here at Michigan, unless there's a little mix up between the drivers. But looking at the timing and scoring, TJ Ivy still hanging out there in front, and you can see on the track that maybe having a little drafting partner back there with Zane Bierman, who is 5 laps down for this. Or I'm sorry, 12 laps down back out there on the track, and those 2 drivers out in front of your leaders right now. And I mean, Zane Bierman going down another lap is not going to hurt TJ Ivy, and the fact that all the cars are pretty much still kind of grouped together and nobody is in threat of going down 1 lap. He is in a good lucky dog position, but he doesn't want to go a second lap down. He's going to battle hard to stay only 1 lap down so he can try and get that lucky dog if a caution were to come out, but it's so few and far between here at Michigan.
I mean, they tend to happen every now and then, or just, if they don't, it really, some way, shape, or form, there's some sort of huge battle when it comes down to end. But what I think here is now that my power is a little stable, and we're on lap 55 of 100, we'll be looking at pit stops here shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of Love to Hear It. Gotta love them race cars here at Michigan. Sights and sounds here up in the CRN booth. Right now it is Michael Casey out front over Matthew Radford, and who will not give up here tonight. Bradley Worley has made his way up to P number 3. You get Dale Garner Jr. sitting in 4th, Justin Spengler in 5th. Then it's Tony Brennan, Wade Inyard, Paul Helms, Travis Noble, Billy Rickett for your top 10.
The one thing that you did see is TJ Ivy did go down a second lap, and we have Douglas Ivy now down a lap as well. So the chance for TJ Ivy to go 4 for the last 4 races here is looking slimmer and slimmer of a chance here, as we should be coming up on another round of pit stops, I believe, here pretty soon. Taking a look, and
well, here goes pit lap.
It looks like 38 was the last time
yeah, it's not registering for me because I got booted out.
That's why I figured I'd let you know. Yeah, 38 looks like when they came in last year. So we'll see. Should see them coming into the pits here pretty soon. But it's been a good race here. It's been lean and green. I mean, only just the early caution that I missed, and then we had the comp caution lap number 25. Another caution coming out of turn number 3, and it involved the 15 of TJ Ivy amongst others as well, including Zane Bierman. That's why they're both multiple laps down at this point. Unfortunately, TJ Ivy tried to limp that thing back to pit road, but literally couldn't get it turned into pit road, and ended up having a tow. Went down a lap, and I'm just getting past again. You see him still fighting, still battling, still right up there with the leaders. And again, if he can get to the front and get ahead of Mike Casey here, if a caution were to come out, he would be. Actually, no, not, because Douglas Ivy is almost a full track ahead of him as well, so he'd need to get up past him as well to be in that lucky dog spot. But he could take a chance and stay out and get the wave around to get that lap back, and then hope another quick caution comes out. But it's tough here at Michigan. Very few times do you see this thing be a caution fest, as I mentioned before. Mike Casey, Matthew Radford, Bradley Worley for your top 3. Dale Garner Jr., Justin Spangler rounding out the top 5, and then Tony Brennan, Wade Inyard, Paul Helms, Travis Noble, and Foster Yates for the top 10. Billy Rickett into the pits, maybe our first taker here for what should be the last pit stop of the race.
Down and out. Coming out now. Number 7.
Thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. If you haven't done so yet, hit that thumbs up, give us a little like and subscribe, and then get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. I want to thank our sponsors here for the series as well, Kim's Cups and More, and One Vision EMS and Transporting, as well as offering your Crone Heating and Cooling. But I mean, you can't ask for much more here. This is Michigan at its finest. The drivers are certainly not lacking the passing. I mean, they're certainly getting out there and still mixing it up here and there. It's little kind of pockets of drivers right now. As you take a look at the track map there, nobody really stretching out and really pulling away from anybody else. But we do have some pockets here and there that are developing, and we'll see how that turns out, especially when it comes to the last pit stops here. And good thing for Scruffy, he's got the lights back on out there, and
he said this was going to be his last race, Carl. Hey, Scruff, come on in down in the Discord, and we'll get you up in the booth, and we can talk to you up here at Sierra.
Absolutely. I mean, it's you were going to be the pre-race and in-race reporter anyway, so we can talk to you during the race. Don't have to worry about a caution. We'll just get you up here, have a little chit chat with you, and get your idea of how these drivers are doing out here. As we're starting to see pit road get a little busy here. Justin Spengler, Richard Hartman, Scott Henderson now in the pits this time by. So we should be seeing these leaders in the next couple laps.
Yeah, some drivers making these decisions. 25 laps to go. 2 tires, 4 tires. We'll see what's on everybody's mind here.
This is exactly the situation that the 15 of TJ Ivy needs. He is now ahead of everybody else. Leaders are in, but he needs somebody to mess up on an entry, on exit. He needs a caution out there right now for a chance to get back on the lead lap and maybe get back up in the mix of these things here to try and go 4 for 4 here. But either way, I mean, 3 for the last 3, as you know, he was winless, and we talked about that 15 so many times that it was kind of shocking that he didn't have a win yet in the season. Then all of a sudden, he rips off 3 in a row to go from 0 to having the most for one driver in the entire series. So good on you for that. But this is not going to help him or his chances of coming back here and battling for the title. Again, coming in here tied with Paul Helms for second place, and 33 points behind Mike Casey. Casey leading the way right now. So this could very well be a championship drive here for Casey, as TJ Ivey again having his issues. Paul Helms is back there just hanging on to the top 10 right now, but with the pit stops kind of already starting, he may not be even in the top 10 once it's all said and done here. And then obviously Scruffy, talked about him. He was another 3 points back in the standings, so 36 points back coming into tonight, but not here in attendance. Unfortunately, the Power Demons keeping him out of his chances at the title.
Elden Power Demons.
yeah. And
I gave them hell the gap. They bit me.
Yep, that's exactly what you get. But either way, it is Tony Brennan out front right now. Wade Enyart still hanging out there, still waiting to see a few drivers into the pits. Looks like Wade Enyart going to make his final pit stop. Douglas Ivey, last pit on that 65, so he's got a shot, I think, to maybe make it here to the end. The way it looks here, looks like these drivers getting about 38 laps to a tank. So Douglas Ivey should be good to go, pitting there on lap number 65. Excuse me, but last one to come in will be Tony Brennan. Looks like TJ Ivey, unfortunately, had to come off on the pit road here, and he'll go back down 2 laps. Zane Bierman yet to come in, as well as now Tony Brennan will bring the 62/65 into pit lane. Zane Bierman has yet to come in, and he's unfortunately quite out of it here, down a bunch of laps to the field, but still running out there, still logging some laps, and getting some fun in, getting some experience in as well.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of get out there and get things done. Race coming down here with only about 20 laps remaining, so it's been a good one here so far. Obviously, pit stops are completed, so everybody's good to the end.
This pit stop cycle will complete here. Michael Casey back out in the lead. Matthew Radford in second, but not anywhere close. 3.5 second difference between first and second, and a lot of that, Jimmy, is attributed to the pit time, as Michael Casey in his box for 14.43 seconds. Matthew Radford 16.25. Not sure what the case was, if Radford maybe taking some extra fuel here to make sure he gets it to the end, or what, but that is, I mean, it's a 1.5 second difference right there, and it's enough to put him outside of the draft, give Michael Casey a good chance to grab his 3rd win on the season. And it kind of seemed like, you know, Casey, owner here of 191 Motorsports, was kind of going to be a dominant force early on in the season. Won race number 2 at Las Vegas, won race 3, going back-to-back at Charlotte. Led the point standings for a majority of the season, but those are his only 2 wins. Went back-to-back. Have not seen him in victory lane since. Certainly seen the 6 up front quite a bit, but things just not working out his way. Had a chance at Rockingham, and unfortunately, kind of cocked up one of the restarts and spun the wheels, and didn't exactly work out for him. Speaking of not working out for him, get the man that the power didn't work out for him here tonight. Scruffy, welcome to the booth, buddy. I know you wish we were interviewing you out there on the track, and it sucks when you have the what we call the quote unquote mechanical failures, but at least you get out here to watch your boys out here do a little battling. Maybe not. Maybe not. Scruffy, did we get a copy?
Okay, you guys got me now?
Hey, there we go.
You now.
There he is.
Yeah, sorry, I was on push to talk and my wheel's off right now currently.
Well, unfortunately, you don't need it tonight. It's because of the circumstances. But I mean, you got to give it to your boys out here in 191. I mean, they're putting on a great show, and really very little issues here. But that's just kind of Michigan being Michigan.
Oh yeah, Michigan is one of those tracks where you can kind of run it like what I was going to talk about earlier was you can kind of run it like a dirt track. You can run the high line and carry momentum down the front stretch and back stretch, and you can throw a slider. It's kind of one of those tracks where you got multiple grooves, and I've got a few wins here in officials, and I just love the way this track works.
So talk to us about your season here so far. I mean, I know this from what Jimmy's saying, this maybe would have been your last race of the season, but kind of a bit of an up and down season overall. We've seen you at the front a little bit, we've seen you at the back, but you came in here tonight. If you had a good finish here tonight, and if you were able to make the season finale next week, you had a chance yet at the title. I mean, only 36 points back. So, as rough as the season may have been for you, do you feel like it was, still ending on a positive?
Yeah, I mean, I got a 2 top 3s this season, and I was pretty consistent, and I would, have some that was kind of mediocre. But I was kind of a up and down season. But it's by far the best season that I've had with 191. I've just kind of tried to stay in there and keep chugging on the best I can.
So as unfortunately this would have been your last race of the season, do you have an outlook on next season? I don't know if you guys here have talked about next season and what you guys are planning on running. If you're going to be around for the next season, what your iRacing outlook is going to be.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much one of the OG guys with these guys. I've raced around most of these guys for the last 3 years that I've been on iRacing. And first off, the reason why I have to miss the last race of the season is because I have a wedding I have to go to. So that's
yours.
I mean, it's what I have. No, it's not mine. It's not. Oh, okay. It's not mine. No,
well, then you could definitely miss it. I mean, even if it was yours, you could have missed it. But
yeah.
How do you run there?
No.
I mean, if she loves you, she'll understand.
Well, I told him, I said, look, I could just set up my rig right there in the middle of the chapel and everything, and I could just be hollering and just say, yeah.
I mean, that's the best man I've ever heard one. I'm just saying.
Well, but yeah, I'm planning on coming back. I'll be back for the foreseeable future. I'll always be racing with these boys, and I actually had a special paint scheme that I was going to run tonight, and we'll just have to look at it for next season. But I had it was a mermaid. It was a mermaid for my little girl. We call her a Diddle.
It's on the screen.
And she was real excited about it. I actually got Mr. Douglas Ivy on there, and he made it for me just last minute. And for some odd reason, I cannot get this. I was trying to spectate the race, but for some odd reason, this computer is not wanting to behave.
And unfortunately for Jimmy, he does have you up on the screen, but it looks like it's just showing a white car right now. Unfortunately,
that's for you.
Oh, yeah.
The broadcasting the Little Mermaid car.
No, I mean, I'm looking at the broadcast. Actually, and it's showing a white car for some reason. But either way, yeah, I mean, it's been a fun season broadcasting for you guys here, and then hopefully, if you guys want us back, we'll certainly be on board to bring some more 191 racing action here. But I mean, Jimmy, what do you got for Scruffy here? You got anything for him?
No, it was just kind of a pleasure to have the 23 out there. You had some good runs, and watching everybody kind of grow, as the season goes on, and the battles and the stories that you guys give here at 191 on Sunday evenings are a pleasure. It's not it's not a task or a chore or something that I don't want to do, and look forward to seeing everybody race out there, and you're part of that. So just want to kind of congratulate you on the season basically that you've had, and it's been a good one. Maybe not the wins that Joe wanted, but pretty consistent, and hopefully next season, whether you're here with CRN or not, I wish you the best.
Thank you. Also, another thing is that I'm really proud of is we're buying a new house. So, and that will come with fiber internet because currently I am working off a cell phone tower.
Can I move in? Can I move in? Because I'm really sick of the internet that I got here at my house.
Yeah,
my daughter loves mermaids too, so they'll get along. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
my neighbor's house was for sale.
Jim,
Well, Mike Casey's been trying to get me to move next door to him for the last year, so.
I mean, if it ever comes down to me and Jimmy living close to each other, we'd obviously have to have a live broadcast and actually get the webcams on and just do like an actual booth at that point.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love hearing y'all's broadcast. I normally, whenever I go to work on Mondays, I normally kick back, relax, and in between hauling concrete loads, what I do for a living, and just kind of watch y'all's perspective on everything, and we enjoy the heck out of it.
We certainly appreciate putting it on here. I mean, it's all the leagues we cover. It's awesome. It's just so much fun to do this on a weekly basis. I know, for some, they'd look at our schedule and like, how the hell can you do it week in and week out, not race at all? You have Iracing. It's built for racing. It's built for you to get out there, and you guys just sit back and broadcast. I mean, 5 days a week, and some nights two in one night, but it's fun. It's just a totally different aspect, and all the different racers that we get to meet. Obviously, you guys coming on board for this season, brand new out there, but we pride ourselves in not just being the we'll take your money, come in here, broadcast, and we're out of here. We try and get to know the leagues, and we try and kind of dig in and embed ourselves in the leagues, and it puts on a better product for us on the screen. Gives you guys a lot to talk about in between, and it's why I think we're loved as much as we are, and it's great because you guys like it, the fans like it. So I mean, it ain't broke, we ain't fixing it.
Nope.
Oh yeah, y'all, you guys are doing a great job. Even my parents, they watch, and they're so excited to see me on the track, and everybody on the track, really. I mean, and they always say you guys do a great job.
So we'll switch it up here a little bit as we're coming towards the end of this race here. But if you could take one thing and change it from this season, and change it for the better, change it for the worse, whether it be a rule that you guys have, whether it be something fuel or tires, or maybe just a race that you had that you wish would have went a little bit differently, what would have been?
I mean, besides this one,
exactly. Besides this one, that's the given.
I'll be honest with you. I try not to. Once the week's over with and once the day's over with, I normally try to forget about what happened. So I don't really have a particular race that was like, oh, I wish I could have that one back. No, I really don't. I try to just keep going, and I know that's, I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but I just try to keep on keeping on, Well,
it's actually something that a lot of racers should have that probably don't have. It's the quick the ability to just quickly forget it and move on. There's unfortunately a few that like to dwell on the bad things that went on, and they really should just kind of shake it off and move on to next week. So it's definitely the right mindset. I know maybe it may feel unorthodox to you, but it's really the right mindset to have when it comes to these races. Even if it's a good week, even if it's your top spot, you dominated the race, you led 80% of the laps, and you go on to win. You still have to kind of forget it. You still have to get at it next week. It's a whole different track and a whole different animal, and all the drivers are out there even hungrier to try and take you down that next week. So it's definitely good mindset to have. But last question, I guess, for you before we get to the end of this thing here. Any plans for the for a little bit of off season here? I mean, are you guys planning on kicking it up and racing anything else just to kind of buy the time between the seasons here?
I have no idea. I'm not an admin myself, and it's really whatever them guys want to do. I'm down for anything. I know we probably are going to do some recruiting, if I had to guess, just to get our numbers up, and but. I mean, other than that, we might run some Gen 4 stuff. Our Thursday night deal is up. I heard somebody through the grapevine said something about Gen 4 stuff. that would be pretty cool. I enjoy Gen 4 stuff as much as everybody else does, but that's all I really know.
All right, buddy. Well, we will. Well, actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and keep you in here. I mean, I might as well make you a third member of the broadcast here. Since this is gonna be your last race of the season, and
Yeah, we gotta. I went ahead and start streaming, and if you don't got it there, I gotta share it in Discord for you so you can follow along. But Michael Casey out front right now with a commanding lead of about 3.5 seconds over Bradley Worley in the 88 and P number 2 at P number 10, up 10 spots. Matthew Radford just snuck by the 28 of Justin Spengler there to take P number 3. And Dale Garner Jr. trying to do the same as he's underneath that right now for the number 28. They are now side by side heading down the backstretch. Spengler trying to get a good run here, up 11 spots, so up a bunch from from the back. Probably just didn't quite have that qualifying that he wanted. Same with Bradley Worley and also Foster Yates. We'll talk about him just a little bit here in the number 79, the Monster Machine, currently sitting in P number 8, up 9 spots, and waiting here, giving it up to the number 21, also up 9 spots in the top 10 here tonight. And then Tony Brennan there, rounding out your top 10. Then for the rest of the field, Richard Hartman, Douglas Ivey, Scott Henderson, and then Travis Noble for your top 14 on the lead lap.
as we coming down here, final lap here of the race, Casey taking it into turns 3 and 4. Gonna get his third win on the season and could possibly be a championship winning night here tonight. The 6th top spot here at Michigan, getting it done here at the big D Oval here out in Michigan. Bradley Worley gonna come home in 2nd place. Matthew Radford are going to have to settle for 3rd after being a pretty dominating car, but really, I feel like it was the pit stop that kind of held him up here in the late stages. Justin Spengler, Dale Garner Jr. for your top 5, Billy Rickett, Paul Helms, Foster Yates, Wade Enyart, Tony Brennan for your top 10. Then it's like Hartman, Douglas Ivey, Scott Henderson, Travis Noble, TJ Ivey, Zane Bierman for your 16 car field. Scruffy, no laps in there, but at least he beat the admin here tonight. It's showing him as 17th, Daniel Pinkston as 18th, so good job. You didn't finish last, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, I didn't finish last. Oh, Daniel,
Daniel here in
there. I appreciate that, guy.
We'll keep you here in the booth. We'll make it a 3-man booth here for the interviews. We'll let you take one of these interviews and get you a little broadcasting experience. And I'm hoping at least for next week for you while Michael Casey burns it down here in Victory Lane. I hope it's at least an open bar for you, and you can enjoy that side of it as well. But good race. Good race here for Casey.
I always pick on Mike. I always holler at somebody. Has anybody got a blue shell? Has anybody got a blue shell? I'm just sitting that blue shell up here and hit Mike, please.
I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in here tonight. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and get you in touch with everything that CRN has to offer. And I want to thank Kim's Cups and More and One Vision EMS and Transports for the sponsorship, as well as Ophir Crone Heating and Cooling. It was another good one here at Michigan. We're going to get our top 3 here in the booth in a minute here, and get some well-deserved interviews after this one. But just want to thank everyone again for tuning in. Looks like, unfortunately, we're not going to have Brad Worley here tonight, as he's got an emergency, not going to be able to do the interview. But we got our other 2, so Jimmy, I guess we'll kind of tag team the first one here, and I'll start off with the 3rd place finisher here, Matthew Radford. Oh. Matthew, you're good. We're good. We'll bring you in here mid-conversation. Doesn't even matter. It's got to feel like a tough one here tonight. I mean, the 97, again, it looked like a dominating performance here. You let a ton of laps out there, but I got to take it to the final pit stop, and it seemed like it was about a 1.5 seconds longer in the pit box compared to Mike Casey, and it really lost you a chance to still stay drafting with him, and eventually lost you even 2nd place.
Yeah, I pulled a little bit too far forward going into that final pit stop. I think it's like the 3rd race where I've been in the final pit cycle and in the lead and missed my pit box. I have a really bad habit of doing that. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3rd place is nothing to scoff at, and it's definitely a good finish for you, and may even help you out in the point standings, move you up a little bit. But do you feel like one kind of slipped away here tonight?
For sure. I feel like if I had that not missed my pit box, I had a car to beat. I'll settle with third. I'm happy to be out here racing. This was a really fun track, really fun race. Everybody out here is clean. I think I got into DJ Garner a little bit towards the end there, and I apologize for that. But other than that, it's nice and clean.
Jimmy, what do you got here for Matthew?
No, I just it was I was obviously down to that heartbreaker. When it comes down to the pits, me and Carl kind of ping on it. I know I do a lot about how important pit stops and getting into the box cleanly and quickly and getting out is so important on them green flag runs. And obviously, one little mistake sets you back just a little bit, kind of taking that away from you. And obviously, that you can work on it and get better, and you might find yourself in a few more winning positions come next season. Obviously, still have one more race to go, so congratulations here tonight. But I want to say how you're feeling for the final race coming up here next week.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't even know what track is next, so I don't know how to feel right now.
Phoenix,
Kentucky.
right?
Hopefully,
Kentucky.
Oh, I'll have to buy that one. So, probably not good. Probably not feeling very great about it.
Oh, and either way, I mean, I think wrapping things up here, you did a great job here tonight. Showed that you had plenty of speed and were the car to beat, and obviously, you already know yourself as as your biggest critic, and so if you're able to kind of figure out what you're doing wrong, and it sounds like you have that kind of a plan for that, and hopefully you can fix your pit stops. And then once you get those, you might find yourself in that winner's circle more often in the coming seasons. But I think here from the booth and everybody out there watching, we want to say congratulations on the great run, great show, and give you some time for any shouts at number 97.
Yeah, I have 3 people that are watching right now. All of my friends. I want to thank Kim, Sam, and Mike. They've been watching me on Twitch quite a bit lately, so they watch all the broadcasts as well. I'm very thankful for them. So
again, congratulations, and we really appreciate the shout outs, and obviously all your fans are watching that number 97, waiting for another great finish. So with that being said, we'll let you go celebrate with your friends and family.
I appreciate you guys.
Man, you better be glad I wasn't out there. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
That is our third place finisher here tonight, the 97 of Matthew Radford. Again, I'm not going to be able to talk to our second place finisher here, Brad Worley, but we're going to go ahead and let the third member of our booth here tonight do the interview for our winner here tonight. It's going to be Mike Casey. Matt, why don't you go ahead and talk to Mike?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Scruff?
Hey.
Well, we'll start things off here. We want to say congratulations on the win here tonight, Mike. And we got to Scruff up here in the booth to give you a little interview, and we'll let Scruff take it away.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing it. I'm sorry.
It's all you. Shotgun.
I'm sorry. I must have completely spaced on something. Somebody gave me a job, and I have no idea
Not sure what to do with his hands up here. It's okay.
I'm not real sure. Hey, it's my first day, okay? Well, Mike, you got how many wins on this season? And here you go. You got another one. I swear, if I had a blue shell, I'd send it your way. How does that make you feel?
Oh man, it feels good. I feel like all season I've had the number 6 car in the right position, and stuff's happened, and I was starting to get North Wilkesboro flashbacks out there in front, and I was like, man, I know it's going to happen. So it just feels good to actually get it back in victory circle. I don't think I've been back up here since Charlotte as far as a win, so it felt good. But that was an awesome race. I mean, Michigan, honestly, I would love to have that track on the schedule multiple times. It just puts on great racing, and I hope everybody enjoyed it, because it was a blast out there mixing it up with everybody. And Scruff, it really sucks that you weren't out there, man. It was not fun not having you on the track. So
I'll be honest with you, I cried. I did. There was some emotions going on here. Oh, man, it was great to see you get back in victory lane, man. And like I said, sorry that my power had to do what it had to do. It was just the nature of the beast. I honestly think that Matt Radford called my power company and told him that, hey, shut his power off.
Not a bad move. That's a bold move, Cotton.
It is a bold move, Cotton. But yeah, man, congratulations, dude. I'm proud of you, dude. You make us all look bad, but you do a heck of a good job.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot coming from you. And like I said, I just hate that you weren't out there mixing it up with everybody. So,
well, we continue to try to give love throughout the league and the drivers, even if they can't get out there on track. So, Scruff, we want to say thanks for. A little bit of a shotgun there for you, kind of put you on the spot, but I think you did a pretty good job, buddy. And look forward to having you up here again. Go ahead.
I had my little girl walk in here and say something, and I turned my head and I muted y'all for like a second, and I guess I didn't realize that I had a job, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I felt like Joe Dirt at that time.
You're on the payroll now. And listen, first time with a woman, nobody's ever that good, so it's okay.
I felt like Joe Dirt at that time. I was like, I knew what to do.
Well, listen, one last thing, Mike. I mean, this has got to potentially lock up the championship for you. I mean, it came in and there was a chance for TJ Ivy and maybe Paul Helms to kind of sneak back in here. They both were tied down 31 points and even Scruffy down 36. I mean, we had an outside chance and maybe a reason to cough miss the wedding next week. But unfortunately, you finish top of the boards here tonight, and it could potentially be locking up this championship.
Yeah, we'll see. I know it looked like TJ was kind of mirrored back at the beginning of the race. I'm not sure what happened. I know we had a couple accidents at the beginning, so I'm not sure if he got caught up in that or whatnot. But I hate to see it because it's fun competing against TJ, and not only TJ but everybody else too. Crazy. Paul had a good run tonight, so I'm not sure where he finished. I'll be honest with you, I was so locked in to what I was doing, I wasn't looking at anything else. I was just keeping my fingers crossed with the other hand that we weren't going to get a wreck at the end and stack everybody out. I'm sure that would have been great for TV land, but man, I was really hoping that was going to just stay the way that it went, because it was a good battle with everybody, and I felt like I came down and had a really good pit stop. I didn't slide my box. I woed everything up right at the right moment, nailed everything perfectly. So I was really excited to see that 4-second gap coming off a pit road.
Yeah, I didn't see you spin the tires on any restarts. So all in all, this was a great race for you here.
No more Rockingham for this guy. I'm moving up.
Exactly. Well, either way, buddy, congrats on your third win on the season. We'll see if you can go out there next week in Kentucky and kind of cap off this championship run and maybe finish with the most wins here on the season. But either way, enjoy this one, celebrate. But before we let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Definitely looking forward to Kentucky. It'll be it's gonna be sad to see the season wrap up, but I love Kentucky. I know a lot of the other guys are really big fans of Kentucky Speedway. But anyways, I want to give a shout out to Radford and Brad on their podiums tonight. Good job to both of them guys, and it was very fun mixing it up with them. And we had some good battles out there. One Vision EMS and Transport, Kim's Cup some more, Allfinger and Chrome for sponsoring a race for us a few races ago. I want to give a shout out to everybody on YouTube and make sure you guys hit them thumbs up, because it's good, it's fun, it's cool to see in the chat. So get those thumbs up for Core Racing Network. They do a great job broadcasting, and we super thankful to have them jump on board with us this season. And then a shout out for everybody in YouTube land watching. I want to give a shout out to my awesome, beautiful wife for supporting everything I do. And I won tonight, so I was hoping that maybe this was going to get me out of going to have to do a grocery pickup with her. So we'll stay tuned for that, guys. But anyways, that's all. And
I had to do one. You got to do one.
No, I won. I should get some perks. I worked hard.
She's going to expect the groceries even faster now. You won.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure I'll be getting in the truck.
You can hear it in his voice. I know.
Fully not going,
honey, I'll be right there.
Jimmy
Carl said it's the best thing I can do.
Yep. I totally do what I I want her here, and I'm gonna go get some groceries with the wife. So
There you go.
Go get you some Taco Bell, Mike.
If there's something we can do to get you out of it, just like if there's something we can do to get Scruffy out of it next week, you just let us know, and we'll write up any reports that we need. We need you for a special exclusive interview, whatever it is.
oh jeez.
Either way,
I think
Texas
Scruffy did a great job. I'm coming down with a fever. I think he's got those pills for me next week.
Exactly.
If you'll
Exactly.
type it up and everything like
Don't
that,
forget to
make it
race
look
Sunday,
official.
buddy.
I'll give it to her.
All right, Mike.
No.
You go enjoy your grocery run there. Hopefully you finish first in the checkout line. Tonight.
Awesome.
But, either way, enjoy the win here tonight. We'll see you next week at Kentucky.
All right, that sounds good. I appreciate y'all, and thanks again, Scruff, for jumping in. And sorry you missed the race, buddy.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay. It's a new house. Hey, I heard if this video gets 100 likes tonight, Mike will finish last every single race next
All right,
season.
you guys can kick me out of the booth any minute now.
This conversation never happened.
Let me edit that back in.
Yep.
Oh no!
Clip that, Jack. Clip that.
yeah.
Everybody, look away.
All right, that is your winner here tonight. The 6 of Mike Casey getting his 3rd win on the season. Fun one again here at Michigan. I mean, Jimmy, it never disappoints when we go to Michigan. I don't know why any league wants to do any other tracks other than just Michigan and Auto Club just back to back. We talk about it all the time, but I guess you got to give some love to some of the other tracks, even the short tracks, here and there. But either way, love it when we get our chance to come back out here to Michigan, and it was nothing to disappoint us here for the 191 Motorsports here tonight. Once again, thank you to the fans out there. As they said, hit that like and subscribe, get you in touch with everything that Sierra has to offer. Thank you to Kim's Cups and More, One Vision EMS and Transports. But for myself, Jimmy, and Scruffy here from the CRN booth at Michigan International Speedway, we'll see you at the track.
Later.